right, we're here. I'm your host, Alex.
And I'm Davi.
And this is our podcast, According to We. Hey guys, we're back. I'm glad you're listening in with us. So Davi, a serious question. How many friends you got?
What's your definition of friend, though?
Okay, let me give you a scenario. So if you went to jail, you got one phone call. How many of those people, for certain, are coming to get you? Well, the first step is answer the phone on one call because you just got one phone call.
Mm-hmm.
And then who's going to proceed to drive to jail to pick you up?
I could honestly say probably 3. Yeah, probably 3. I think 3 is the number. But I guess my reservation is, how long they're going to take. Because, I might have to be in there for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Like,
they're going to let you think about your actions.
I don't know what they're going to do, but it just depends on how long I got to be in there. You feel me?
All right, well, let me just clear the air. If they ain't coming, they not my friends. That's it. That's that on that. That's facts. White on rice. That's it for me. If you will not come get me out of the jail cell, you're fake.
Oh my gosh.
And this friendship is null and void.
Oh my God, you can't do that because I feel like you can't just be so blanket. Like, I think friends actually serve a purpose. Like, I feel like you have to have different friends for different aspects of your life.
They do, but jail is serious. You're playing with my life.
Oh my God.
If I had to call you to come get me, you not trying to come, we're through.
No. You have to have friends for different aspects of your life. Like, for example, like when I'm about to go outside, like when I say we're outside, there's certain friends you call that you're going outside with, meaning out to eat, out to party, out to hang.
They just like being outside.
You know what I'm saying? The
whatever,
travelers,
they're down.
Exactly. Like that, you got the friend who's down to be outside. Then you have the friend who is mad cool, but they just not a part of that. So like when you're trying to be chill inside, maybe
that friend
just
that can't stay up late.
Yeah, the movie night. Like, it's a little something that's, simple. You're not trying to
wine
be...
and sip.
Right. It's like, nothing too complicated. Then you have the friend for that as well. Then you have to have the friend who, like, is the confident booster. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you're not having a good day, that's the one friend you call because they're gonna breathe life into you. You get what I'm saying? You could be having a bad day at work, maybe relationship problems, maybe work issues. That person will show you or point you in the direction of positivity to get through that issue. You understand?
True.
Then you have the friend who is the judge.
Me.
Oh my
God. That friend.
Oh my gosh. You have the friend who is the judge. The one where you contemplating whether you should or should not do something. And then you can get the positive feedback and the negative feedback. And then they're going to tell you if you do the wrong thing, you're
slow?
dumb.
Oh, period.
Yeah, exactly.
That's me.
That's the judge. That's
Always.
the judge. That's
Always.
the judge. That's the judge. And then you have the friends who are about the business. You get what I'm saying? The friend who is like, whether it be starting a business or on track with the goals or like on track with the finances, like always asking you, what's your next move? What's your next step?
Also, let's throw it out there. That's the friend you never see. I just want to say, y'all the friends.
Yes.
Because they're always making their own moves.
Right.
So that's the friend where it'd be like, who on the phone? Or, I'm coming through here for a second. Can you be here? If you can't, you're not seeing them.
Exactly. And that's okay. Like, you could have that friend that you only see once a year. But when you need them, they're about that need. You know what I'm saying? So you got the friends about the business. And then you have the mentors, right? The one that you feel like you can look up to or you can aspire to be like. the friend who, I don't want to necessarily say have all the ducks in a row, but like the one who is doing better than you in your mind, not in a bad way, just on a level that you haven't reached yet, that can help to inspire you to get to that level, to help you with that one up, right? So I call those like the mentors. And then you have the friend who literally is just like family. Like the friend who you call your cousin. You know what I'm saying? When they see you, you don't introduce them as, oh, this is my friend. You say, oh, this is my cousin from so-and-so. Like you,
because it takes too much explaining. Like.
Exactly. So you have, I feel like you have different types of friends for different aspects of your life. Now, mind you, let me just say, all these categories, I don't have friends in all of these categories. I have friends who blend these categories together. So
same, because if you got 3, I got 2.
Why you gotta do that? But anyway, why don't you like people? How you only got 2 friends?
Because you see all them categories you just said? That's me.
Oh, you can't.
I can do it for myself. Okay?
Oh my god.
And I just get tired of people fast. Like I'm not about to stop.
Jeez.
I'd be like, all right, next. Because it's not gonna work out. It's simply not.
Oh my god.
I try. I truly do. You know, I'm working on me as well. So it can't be all the people.
Yeah, I guess you're right about that.
But here's my thing then. If, as you said, a friend should have some type of purpose. If you can't find a purpose, then should this be a friendship?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Call me selfish. Call me whatever you want to call me. Absolutely not. We can't just be out here wasting time. Like, we can't just be having people wasting energy, sucking time and space. Hello, I have my own things to do. So if you have somebody who's just not in accordance with anything that you're about, that's not a friendship. That's an associate. That's a coworker. That's a stranger. In my eyes, that's a stranger. Like, what are we out here doing?
Facts. You know, but to explain how you said, you know, I only got 2 friends, I had to do some housekeeping. You feel me? Like spring cleaning.
Spring cleaning?
Spring cleaning. Spring cleaning.
Spring cleaning.
It's a new season. Not everybody is meant to be here forever. You know what I'm saying? Some people are lessons. Some people came around for a reason, you know, the saying, a season, you understand? So I had to do some my spring cleaning. Because as you said, it don't make sense to have people wasting time.
Spring cleaning on the friends. I guess. I mean, I've had situations where I just had to let people go.
Or like you kind of let themselves go. You know what I mean? Like you just...
No, I don't have time for letting themselves go. Like I don't have time for that. Like literally,
no, like they hit you up and it's crickets.
Cut.
Those are the ones where I just don't feel like going through because you know they're a little bit more emotional.
Nah,
than they should be, and I'm not really that emotional.
At that point, I don't care about emotions after that. Like, I'm sorry. Snip, cut. I do what I gotta do.
Are you talking about me? Spring cleaning. At least I had the decency to go through thoroughly.
Thoroughly? What thoroughness is needed? I know what I'm about. So if I know what I'm about, what am I over here trying to...
Spring cleaning means, you know, you get all the nooks and the crannies. You feel me?
God, you know, as I said, cut, snip. Reason, seasons, even interims, okay? I've had people where, like, you swear to God, like, this is about to be good. And then they say that one thing.
It's over. That
one thing that is against every fiber of your being. What I'm gonna do? Emotionally let them down?
You're out of there.
You're out of here. There's no like, no. There's just, it's too much. You gotta remember, any relationship, regardless of whether it's friend, partnership, business, it don't matter. Like, your peace is your peace. So the more time you take to learn how to protect your own peace, that's the more problems you're gonna end up in.
And the more of yourself you're going to lose and got to regain later.
Indeed. So, it doesn't make sense. You out here taking the time to let people down or let people let themselves go. When your job say you got to go, do they take your time to emotionally let you go?
It depends on what company you work for.
Oh, my God. Here we go.
Because, you know, you got a couple steps.
Oh,
you
Jesus.
know? But other people, they just... Here's your envelope.
Yeah, severance package, you out the
You
door.
lucky if you get one of those.
Exactly,
Severance.
especially if
You better pray you can get some unemployment.
Oh my God.
Or you better have something lined up, baby girl. Or you out. It's slow for them finances.
No, I'm serious. You just gotta friends, don't get me wrong, I love friends. Like you gotta have friends. Friends ultimately could be the family that you might have never had, but you just gotta be careful. Like when you can't pick your family, but you can choose your friends. So take the opportunity to choose wisely.
Emphasis on the wise.
Yeah, because I feel like anything you do is an investment. We might not see it as one, but to maintain a relationship, any form, you have to invest time and effort into it. So if that time and effort is not reciprocated and or you reap any benefit from it, you got to go. You got to go. You were a choice. You know what I'm saying? You were a choice.
So, folks, spring cleaning, all right?
Oh,
if
my
you
God.
if you ain't catch nothing else, spring cleaning. If there's no purpose, it's time to clean it up. Wipe down that table. Go through them clothes in your closet.
Exactly.
You
And
know?
I just want to put out another point with that, because don't think that spring cleaning is a one-time occurrence. You understand? Because as you're on your journey to improve yourself or better yourself, you might find that every year, couple months, it depends on how fast you're getting up there, you might have to reassess the friends on a yearly basis. Because you'll find that true colors could come out once you're no longer on the same level as these friends, right? So always reassess. It's not a one-time process. As you're going through your journey, you have to consistently reassess who is around you. Your environment is everything. You have to surround yourself with like-minded people. You have to surround yourself with people who are going to uplift you at all costs.
Because otherwise, it's almost impossible to thrive.
Exactly.
You just suck on the weight of the group.
Exactly.
And I've been there, done that. That's why I said the spring cleaning. You know what I'm saying? Like,
nigga, but
it's
you
hard
only
to
got
be-
2. What else you about to take out? Like, you only got 2 right
they
now.
good. They sturdy. They sturdy. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, if anybody else new come along the way, they have to come correct or don't come at all.
Okay, exactly. That I could say. I'm just saying because you only got 2 more. I don't know what you about to clean out. Like,
I still got the
wrong.
acquaintances. You know what I'm saying? Like, like the, hey.
Oh my God. Hey, friend.
Yeah. And you ended there.
Oh
But,
my God.
yeah, I got 2 solid. Personally, I don't really feel like you need that many solid people. Like, as long as you know there are people in your corner,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you don't need this big old group. You know what I'm saying? Because I know some people, they feel better, their strength in numbers. And yeah, that's true. But also in the same breath, if you know that you can get everything that we've discussed out of those 2 people, I'm good.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like sometimes for me, the too much cooks in the kitchen, too many people in the business can also be confusing. It could also weigh on you mentally. Other factors could start to come in, whether you feel, as I said, you have the friend who's a judge, but if you got too many judges, then that can yield to analysis paralysis of yourself. So I do hear what you're saying. A couple solid people, 3, 4 solid people, absolutely. And that'll be a good community for you to have. As long as I feel like as long as you have people that you could reach out to, that are, or should I say, have your best interests at heart, then you're good to go. You're good to go.
I think my last point, though, one more thing I want to throw out. Guys, if you have a friend that, takes up all your energy.
Yo.
And when I say all of it.
You talking about the brain sucker?
They don't know any form of limitation.
Boundaries?
Let it go. Right now. I'm telling you. Because those are the type of people who never stop taking. Okay? And the type of person that I am, I know I'm a solid friend, so correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay,
but
Alex, you confident with
you know
that,
what I'm saying? I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm always there. I'm in the corner, you feel me? And I don't mind. But my problem is I will get blind because I'm always the person that's in the corner. You know, I don't mind being the go-to. But sometimes I forget to wake up and say, what do you do for me, though?
And that's that balance that you're talking about there, right?
Exactly. Like,
you can't.
It's great that I could call you and Akiki and all that stuff. But if something really goes left, or you about to be there, or you're going to hit me with an excuse. Or you got to be there for some other friend who you know isn't doing anything for you at all because you feel like you owe it to them. You know what I'm saying? So like, I had plenty of situations like this, and those are the ones where I had to do the thorough clean. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, I feel like people get more attached to me. I've noticed in my friendships than I am attached to them, and it's probably because of like how independent I can be. So like, my problem is I don't really need anybody. I have to want you there.
So, wait a minute.
I feel like
I'm going to have to stop you right there, Alex. I'm going to have to stop you right there because that's a key point. You heard what sis said. Did you hear what sis said? No. That goes back to the choice. I just want you here. Emphasis on the want. Emphasis on the want. Anytime you start putting people in a need category, that's where it gets dangerous for you. You have to keep yourself first. That's what she just said. If you don't understand what she said, I don't really need you. I just want you to hear what she just said. Let me translate.
Break it down.
I am first. I chose me first. Go ahead, Alex, because that had to be said. Like, I'm happy that you pointed that out. You got to understand, people. If you ain't catch nothing, you heard what she said? I just want you there. It don't mean she can't function. If you're not her friend.
Exactly. And I feel like when I do have those friendships, you know, that I won't call go sour because I always end, you know, I think it's in good grace. But, you know, people are different and, you know, they might be a little bit bitter, you know. But I'm straight, like I said, because I don't do it out of, you know, anything spite. But, like, I have to set that boundary for myself. Because if I realize all you're doing is taking from me, and when I'm like, oh, shoot, you know, I'm down in the gutter, I'm down and out, and you ain't checking for me, like, oh, you ain't here for me in how long, or, you know what I'm saying, or you never reach out to me, it's always this one-way street, I'm getting off the street. I'm going to a new neighborhood. You feel me?
You had to relocate?
Relocate, okay? I don't need them to know my location.
Oh, my
all right?
God. I hope you don't got no iPhone.
Oh. Oh. Well, I stopped sharing, too, but I don't do that. Because that's too far. That's too personal. You feel me?
No.
You feel me?
No, seriously, though. Like, we give and we give and we give, right? And that's what I feel like we're supposed to do. If you're going to have a friend, you're going to put it all out there, right? But at the end of the day, you can't keep giving from an empty cup. So it has to be a back and forth, I feel like.
Right, if they're not trying to, you know, drop a little water in the bucket for you, you know what I'm saying? A little lemonade, orange juice, whatever you like, a little margarita, you know, something like that.
Margaritas? Yo.
I said whatever you want. I'm trying to give them different flavors, okay?
Oh, God.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, Jesus. You just have to make sure that there's a balance. There's a balance in the friendship. Boundaries are very, very importante, okay? I have to say it like that because I remember I had one friend back in the day who felt the need to speak to me every day. I had to say, sis, let me break this joint down for you, okay? Let me break it down for you right now. If you want to be my friend, you need to understand me and how I work. I don't call nobody every day. I don't call my mother every day. I don't call nobody every day. You have to understand that I'm the type of friend who like things to happen because I'm not about small talk. When I get on the phone, I'm not about to ask you how your day been, how this. I want things to happen that way we have good conversation. That's my thought process. It's not to say that we can't have good conversation at any point in time, but for me, I want it to be interesting. I want it to be valid. I want it to be good, deep, mind-strengthening conversations when I have it with you. I'm not out here for the keying every day. That's high school stuff. I have a life, you have a life. Let your life happen, let my life happen. And then when we meet, we can transpose on each other's life and be like, yo, this happened to me. Yo, that happened to me too. And then we could We could talk about lessons learned from these things. I'm not out here for the laughing every day. That's what my daughters do. Okay? When they want to talk about what color shoes they bought and how cute that look. I don't care about none of that. And neither should you. Like, why we gotta be on the phone every day? For what?
It's funny you say that, though, because, like, you know, friendships go through, like, transitions. So, like, hearing you say that, like, you instantly brought to mind, like, my best friend and I, like, we've been rocking since kindergarten, you feel me? And so we're used to that every day, you know, like, as you say, the akiki. And, you know, now that we big dogs, you know, working 25/8, you know what I'm saying? We don't see each other all the time.
25/8.
25/8, okay? We don't see each other all the time. I mean, and it got to the point where one time we even fell off and then fell out, had a whole argument, like, you know, we need to do better. It wasn't even an argument of, like, at each other. It was like we were both mad at ourselves for not putting in the effort. Like, if we know that we're friends, there's no reason. We still live in the same state. We live 10 minutes away from each other. It don't matter what we doing. We could figure it out. So we came to this agreement of once a month. And we used to talk every day. Sometimes, you know, if it's a good week, you know, not too much going on, we'll still talk every day. But now, you know, if it turns into, you know, every couple of days, there's no argument. There's nobody upset or whatever the case may be. Cause, yeah, sis, you know, where you been? You know I've been at work, sleep, heard you. You know what I'm saying? There's no type of hostility. And I feel like that's how a lot of friendships end up dying, because nobody wants to be open with the communication. Yeah, I used to have time to akiki with you. But now I don't. Because I don't even have enough time to see the inside of my eyelids. Okay?
And that brings me back to the point of reassessing. Now, what you just did there, the point that you brought up about having them long time friends and transitions, that's exactly what I'm referring to. Because you have people where they feel like the friendship will remain the same as it was when you were 5.
Which makes no sense, because when I was 5, what was I doing? Playing on a playground.
Doing nothing,
all day.
Right? And people get hurt by that, right? Like, it's a true thing where people will say, oh my gosh, I used to speak to you every day. That's why I have to bring up my best friend. Because my best friend, when I say my best friend is the GOAT.
Yeah, that's my friend too, y'all. That's my friend.
She ain't your friend.
She ain't my friend.
2. She ain't your friend. You got 2. My best friend is the GOAT. Okay? The GOAT. I mean, if I don't talk to this chick for a year.
Alright, that's OD.
No, it's not OD. I'm telling you right now. I know if I don't talk to this chick for a year and I call her a year later, it's still gonna be, oh, what's going on? Not an ounce of hostility. I mean, even through my transitions, like, I had a kid before my best friend had a kid. And so my time and space was taken up way before hers was. And yet still this girl, even if she had animosity, I wouldn't know. She didn't bring it to me. This girl was still is, was, will be, like, always there. And I'm so happy that she understood the assignment. She understood. I didn't even have to do what you had to do with your best friend. I didn't have to do that. She understood the assignment. Like, when I say realist, it is what it is, and we just roll with it. I love best friend, the GOAT. So when I talk about solid people, you gotta know. Solid people, reassessing the friends, like, she's that friend who became family. You understand? Like, she's my son's godmother. Like, I couldn't have dreamed up a better person to go through life with. Like, I couldn't have dreamed up a better person. And I feel, as you said, when you have one of those in your corner, it's easy for you to spring clean. The dust, you got a Swiffer. What you need, a little pledge.
Windex, the multi-surface, that's what you're looking for?
Yo.
Get that cloth out.
It ain't nothing.
Oh, you want to go too? Next.
That's
fine.
Ain't nothing. It ain't nothing, man. Yo, Alex, this was a good one, man. This was a good one. I think people needed to hear this. Then people definitely needed to hear this. So, as y'all know, we out here. If you need more information, you know where to follow us at. That's according to we podcast on the gram.
Instagram.
According_to_we_podcast. You know, just go follow us. Check us out a little bit. If you're new and this is your first episode, happy you're here. We do have some other episodes. Just go on there and just binge listen if need be. Link is in the bio. But Alex, I know you gotta go.
For sure.
And you know I gotta go.
Mm-hmm.
And as we all know, we out.